Hello, fellow interior designers and decorators. Today I would like to show you how I use ChatGPT to create an interior design portfolio based on my sketches that I have done previously. So what I have decided, this has started very experimental, and I have decided to um, recreate my final assignment when I graduated interior design program from Mount Royal University. And all I have is just some sketches that are on my computer. I don't even know if I have them in physical copies. And some hand sketched renderings and ideas that I created I don't know, like 15 years ago. Now that I know the different possibilities that um, you have with different AI rendering softwares, I decided to recreate my project, how it would look like if this was a professional 3D rendering, something that we are used to see nowadays when we design with SketchUp and apply photorealistic rendering like Enscape or 3ds Max. So a long talk, but I will going to show you right away. So I've created a quick Canva presentation for you to show the difference between the sketch and the 3D, I call it an editorial photograph of a space, and it really blew me away. It became alive. My hand sketched, my pencil sketched project, like just became so realistic to me, and I love doing that. There were a few corrections involved, but overall it took me about half an hour to create all of that. So let's go and I'll go through the slides. So basically, this is your ID portfolio, and that's the rendering I'm talking about. So let me go to the next page. So what I had originally is this hand-drawn sketch or pencil rendered of a floor plan, and this is what I provided the ChatGPT with as well. So this is the main lobby area and entrance area for the building. It's a two-story building, so I have the main floor plan hand sketched and the second floor. I do have a section through the building, so also it's a hand drafted section and hand rendered through the building, which I think it only shows one side. And then there is another section that actually shows the two-story lobby and the entrance area. So I uploaded all of these 4 images into ChatGPT. And I have also uploaded the hand rendering. So this is the lobby area. They're not fully rendered, like they're not fully colored and sketched, but just so it has an idea of the architectural elements and overall the layout. So this is this two-story open to above lobby area. That's the entrance actually from here. This is a better hand rendered kind of a close-up option. I did have some sort of the finishes and materials inspiration board included into my project. So that was just actual photographs of the Calgary landscape because that's where my inspiration came from. So I derived inspiration from the natural materials and the Calgary landscape and the climate. So a lot of decor and the colors were based on that. So I had pastel colors, very soft hues, and a lot of natural elements like wood branches and very neutral backgrounds like just light colored walls and a lot of wood paneling. And I've uploaded all of that into ChatGPT and kind of asked it to analyze the finishes, materials, and all of that. And here is what I got for my first. This is a look and feel, kind of like a mood board. And I asked it with a prompt to use my photographs of the furniture, my specifications, and my ideas for the finishes and materials. You might need to give it a little bit more complex prompt, something like I want natural materials, and I asked what type of rooms I would like to have rendered, and if it sees that bench, for example, that it would incorporate some other ideas of other furniture that would actually complement that existing selection. And I asked it to produce a series of images of a lounge, spa lounge area, of the cafeteria and the massage rooms, and some ideas for lighting, furniture, and finishes and materials. And here's what I got. I did have to run it 2 times because it gave me some repetitive, like there was an image of this wood and it was like repeated 5 times. So you might need to give it a bit more detail after you run it first time. You might need to slightly adjust and tell it exactly what background you want to use, what finishes and materials you want to incorporate, maybe upload a little bit more pictures of something you have in mind, and it will arrange it all for you. So this is actually 2 boards. One I ran with the existing finishes to make it look as close as possible, and another one, this one, I asked it to provide me a little bit more ideas for that look and feel. And I really like how it ended up. Sometimes you would find some weird things and you would just, sometimes I would erase it because I work in Canva. Sometimes it's really easy to use the magic eraser and just maybe remove that chair if you don't like it, or remove something if you don't like it. You can erase an object as well. And I also asked it to incorporate my company logo and the text. Sometimes it's not very good. Sometimes it does mistakes, but it's getting better and better every day. So this one is pretty accurate, I would say. This one, it had a little bit hiccups on that logo, but if it created it once, you can just copy and paste that. So I'm pretty happy with what I see here, and it really does give me that nostalgic feeling, because when I was working in this project and designing it, this is exactly how I envisioned it. Um, and next we will go to renderings. So I have uploaded some of the sketches. You will see again there is some inaccuracies. Like you see like this picture here is not exactly flat, so you might rerun it a couple of times. But other than that, just for look and feel, for just I wouldn't say it's your final project presentation, right? Like this is for concept, for ideation, for just to get that feel. If you do have some sketches or maybe your old work that you have previously, you can make it kind of look alive, more alive by doing this. So this is one of my lobby area. This is the rendering for the entrance into the yoga room, and later I will show you the side-by-side comparison as well. So this is the entrance to the locker room, the towel service, and the member service. So kind of you come from that side and from the reception, and you proceed, and then there's supposed to be entrances on each side to the locker rooms, men's and women's, but it looks pretty accurate to what I had in Sketch or in my mind as well. And that's the side-by-side comparison. So I had those old sketches. You can add more detail. Okay, if I would have added more detail on the lamp, or maybe uploaded an exact image of the light fixture, it would do a better job. This is I had the rendered, so this is the side-by-side comparison. So we have 2 windows going into the curved corridor. So I think it's pretty good. We have 2 levels on the countertop reception area. I love it. It's so real. And this is one of my sketches. It's so bad. I'm so embarrassed. I was in rush doing my final project, but this is the sketch of my lounge area. It actually was very small, so it wasn't that visible. And that's what I have for the rendering of my lounge area. I love it. Like it looks pretty accurate of what I have envisioned. And then I have this side-by-side comparison for the yoga studio entrance and the counter and the towel service. And this is what I had for the cafeteria. So it was like a vegan healthy food cafe, also in that wellness center. And this is the rendering that I got. So I find that was a successful project. So I'm going to stop sharing this screen because I want to show you the process in ChatGPT. So I'm using the Plus version, so I'm able to upload the documents. I just started a new chat, And this is what I have uploaded in the very beginning. So my floor plan and a few renderings, and this is how complex the prompt is. So you can see it's not very big. The more detail you give it, the best. This was the first version. I actually like how it has like the receptionist and the wellness center. The only mistake I did here is I kind of have like two corridors here. In real life, it was just like one. So but overall, I'm pretty happy with the concept of this image. Now there was a bit of the kind of analysis and explanation on the flow and the spatial sequence. So ChatGPT has analyzed my floor plan and showed me the description. It's better when you give it a chance to analyze a little bit, then it does a better job. That was around two, but I don't think that is very realistic, but style-wise it's similar. Then I gave it the 3D rendering separately, and we went through a few rounds of different options. Then I had uploaded this. You see how accurate this is? Like I've uploaded my hand sketches, and this is what it gives me for. I'm not sure how to center that. Yeah, so that's kind of like a little bit more polished version of my boards that I had. And I was just explaining it like remove the window, add an art. Maybe you can tell it to rotate the furniture or do some things. And I've added my inspiration materials and furniture inspiration, and it gave me like a flat lay material board. Again, I didn't like how dark it is, so I asked it to lighten it a bit and remove the repetitive like grass patches and greenery. And I also didn't like this, even though it was part of my materials that I have uploaded, but you can tell it to remove certain elements and remake it. I also asked it to kind of make it in this style because I like this more contemporary style. And this is what I got in the end. Again, repetitive benches. But again, remember, this is all done in half an hour. And the final board that I liked, I think, was this one. So this is the one that I liked. So this is pretty close. Now we have a nice 3D interior and some furniture examples and some materials examples. And then I started uploading my sketches of the lounge area, the cafeteria, and that's it. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you can make or like make live, like some of your sketches and some of your ideas, or re-render. In the next step, what I want to do is I want to try to change the finishes and materials. So let's take a look at that. So right now I'm giving it a prompt. So I have uploaded again the image of let's go back, the lobby area. So this is the rendering, I think. Well, there was one that I saved. So I'm reloading it back, the rendering of the lobby area, this one, and I'm changing the light fixtures and the floor tile, and I'm removing amount of wood I have in the interior, and let's see what it gives us in the end. And there we go. So it took a couple of minutes to re-render that. And what do we have? Okay, so it has used the tile. It's the kintsugi tile from the Julian tile that I really like. So it has changed the flooring. I asked it to leave some wood in the reception area counter, and it did. I asked to remove the wood from the ceiling and change the light fixtures, and I might ask it to again revise this corner area, so there is an artwork right in the corner. But again, with a couple more prompts and maybe 5 more minutes, you can readjust that image to what you want to have. So I'm pretty happy with that, and I'm going to download this image right into the project, and let's go back to the Canva. I'm going to upload it. Where is our new rendering? Here, and I'm going to upload the tile, the lamp, and let's create another mood board. Oh, this one. So here's the rendering that we got, And this is the inspiration for the floor. So that's the image right from the website of the tile manufacturer, supplier. It's pretty accurate. I love how this tile looks. And these are the light fixtures. And this is how we readjusted the interior a little bit. I might ask it to maybe add the furniture. So let's try that again. Create mood board with furniture artwork, maybe some decor, and materials and finishes to complete this new style of the lobby. And for the format, I might take yeah, it would be nice to have a horizontal, so let's make it 4:5 ratio. No, is it 4? Well, 4:5 is vertical, sorry. So that would be 5:4. I want it to be horizontal. So it will take a couple of minutes. So it's 1 minute passed and I just clicked pause, but I want to show you the process. So it's kind of rendering it from top to bottom and adding elements. And this is the live process of what ChatGPT is doing right now. And I think I like it. Maybe this artwork a little bit too simple, too simple, right? Like it's simplified, stylized. I might like something a little bit more complex, but that's okay. Like everything else looks pretty good. So I'm going to add that. So just download this into my project and add this to Canva. So let me move this slightly. You see how fast all of that goes? Okay, let's put this right into our new restylized interior board. Again, we're working on a concept, right? So instead of me going into rendering software and re-render my final project, if I would want to do that, right? I don't need the lamp anymore, right? Like it's pretty good. So let's do some layout swap. So this could be the tile. Actually, it's pretty good as is, so I might remove this image and I want to put it into the board. You can add your logo again, and this is what I have. Let me do the presentation mode so you can see the full screen. Isn't that amazing? So why I called it the interior design portfolio, because I did have some projects, they were sketches and I didn't want to re-render that using the SketchUp, redraw everything. So this is an easy way of visualize your idea in a more like realistic, photorealistic rendering. To get the feel for it, to change it on the go without having to render that using the renderers and the 3D software. And I think the technology is developing every day. So every day I'm learning a new tool. So this is my first video and my first presentation on this channel, but if you want to stay updated with the recent tools, AI tools for interior designers, for creativity, for saving the time, let me move my circle. Oh, you guys cannot see. That's okay. So subscribe to my channel and I will be recording more useful videos on how you can quickly use AI technologies, including ChatGPT, Midjourney. I also use Midjourney for visualizations, for video creation, GPTs for business workflow to make your life easier. So stay tuned, subscribe to see my new videos, and I'm going to post my Instagram and my other channels where I provide some useful information in the description to this video. If you liked it and if it was useful and helpful for you, please like and send to someone you know. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that will help you in some of the projects. Sometimes I have like half an hour till the client meeting and I don't have the work done. I'm just joking. It never happens. But sometimes you need a very quick, you have an idea in your head, you wake up and you really want to quickly record that. So this is a really good way. Okay, I wish you all the best and I will see you in my next video.